Hey guys, welcome to another Tuesday edition of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick. It's Tuesday, it's time to talk about some new releases coming out this Friday, September 16th. Got a little over 300 albums coming out. I got 14 I'm going to talk about today though. There's a bunch of links down below. Make sure you go check all those out. There's links for the Vinyl Den Facebook group, for our merch page. There's also links for the Spotify and Apple Music weekly playlist that we put together, and also the Patreon page. Make sure you check all that out. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me all a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new episodes. So like I said in the intro, a little over 300 albums coming out this week. I'm only going to talk about 14 of them, though. So if there's something I don't talk about on the show today, make sure you drop me a comment down below. Let me know what else is coming out. Always tends to be something I miss on the list. But I will say, of the 14 albums, if you're unable to find any of these in your local record store, there'll be links to Amazon down below. I'll put those in the show notes. So at least be able to find them all on there. There is some great stuff. There's a couple of really big releases coming out this week that I'm really excited for, though. Of course, this first one, this is Pink Floyd, Animals. You guys know me. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. They're definitely one of my favorite bands. There's a couple of different versions coming out this Friday. This was, of course, their classic album from 1977, but this is the new 2018 remix. I've heard the new remix version of Dogs. Sounds great. I think it actually sounds a lot better than the original version. So you've got, like I said, a couple of different versions. You got a single LP version. It's going to run you about $25. There's a CD version. It's going to run you about $15. There's the Blu-ray. It's going to run you about $23. And then there's a SACD. It's going to run you about $35. The Super Deluxe version isn't going to be available until the beginning part of October. So there is going to be a full package of this is available. It's going to run you about $100. I don't think the Super Deluxe version, it has the vinyl. It's got the CD. I think it's got the Blu-ray. It's got a DVD version. It just doesn't come with that SACD. But I'll definitely pick that up. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'll at least get I'll probably grab the vinyl version of it. I'll probably grab the SACD. But I'm on the fence about whether or not to grab that Blu-ray audio version. We'll see when I get to the store. So definitely looking forward to that one. Also, another classic album that I absolutely love. This is John Coltrane, Blue Train, that's being released. There's two different versions of this that's going to be available on Friday. There's a 1 LP mono version that's going to run you about $40. And then there's a 2 LP stereo version that's going to run you about $55. These are both being released through the Blue Note Tone Poet series. Blue Note's done this series for the last year or two, released a bunch of great stuff. These are the Tone Poet series releases are always a little bit higher end than what they do with the classic series. So this was, of course, the masterpiece that was released back in 1958. The 2 LP stereo version comes with an album, just the standard album on disc 1, and then the second album has alternate and incomplete outtakes from the recording sessions. They were all, mastered from the original analog tapes by Kevin Gray. These are going to sound absolutely fantastic. I've got, I think, 2 different versions of Blue Train on vinyl. I might kind of, even though the 2 LP stereo mix is a little bit more expensive, I might shell out the extra money just because I know it's going to sound great. I'd love to hear those outtakes and alternate takes. This Friday, you've also got the reissue of I Care For You. This is the compilation from Aaliyah that was released back in 2002. It's a 2 LP release, and this was released, Aaliyah died back in 2001, so this was released after her death. And this is a compilation of hits, unreleased tracks, and demos from Aaliyah's short but really brilliant career. It's going to run you about $24 online. Aaliyah, I definitely love some of her stuff. I don't think I've ever heard everything on here. I think the only thing I'm really all that familiar with are her big hits that she had. So, it's definitely one I need to stream and check out for sure. This week you've also got Creedence Clearwater Revival at the Royal Albert Hall. This was a live show back from 1970 that I guess has never ever been available on vinyl. It seems like this is going to be a big release because you've got a version available at your local record store, and there's also a Walmart exclusive, and I think I saw another exclusive variant, colored variant, available online for this also. So this was all restored and remixed by Giles Martin. It's all cut at half speed. Is from 1970. I don't know if I said that or not. It's going to run you $24, so it isn't a bad price. And I think that Walmart exclusive is going to run you about that same price also. Death Cab for Cutie's new album, Asphalt Meadows, comes out this Friday. This is a new album. This is their 10th studio album. There's also a Walmart exclusive of this coming out also. This is going to run you $25 online. If you're not all that familiar with Death Cab for Cutie, they're one of those just kind of standard, straightforward rock bands. Been around for, I don't know, since the late 90s, early 2000s. But, I'm not all that familiar with them. I'll definitely need to stream that one and check that one out. And then this week you also got George Michael, Older, being reissued. It's like the week for multiple versions of albums to come out, I think. But this week you got, there's a standard version and there's a super deluxe version of Older being reissued. The standard version's going to run you about $40, and then that super deluxe version, I want to say it's like $195 is what I saw it run for online. Older was released back in 1996. It was a huge hit. It went platinum in 22 different countries. And this is all remastered from their original analog tapes, so I'm sure this is going to sound great. The Super Deluxe version has 3 LPs and 5 CDs, and it includes the album Upper, which has never been available before on vinyl. So definitely cool to check out. If I do grab that, definitely be the standard version. I don't need all the extra stuff that comes in the Super Deluxe. But if you are a George Michael fan, I think it's going to be a big release because, like I said, it was a huge album when it first came out. I will say, of the 8 albums I've got left on my list here, all of them are either brand new albums or have never been available on vinyl before. So it's definitely a big week for a lot of really big releases. Like I said, that Pink Floyd Animals, I think, is going to be a really big seller this week also. But this week you got the new album from GWAR, the new Dark Ages being reissued or being released. This was it was released digitally back in June. Like I said, this is the first time it's been available on vinyl. It's going to run you about $30 online. Not a huge GWAR fan. I don't think I've listened to any of their music since like the late 80s. I know. I think the artwork looks really cool on this one though. But I'll definitely stream it and check it out at least for sure. And you also have the new album from Jack Harlow, Come Home, The Kids Miss You. This is being released this Friday. This was his new album. It was just released back in May. Hasn't been available on vinyl yet. This is Jack's second studio album. There is a Walmart exclusive of this being reissued or being released. I don't know why I keep saying reissued. Probably because there was a lot of reissues coming out lately. But this is it features a bunch of great musicians on here. There you got Drake, Lil Wayne, Justin Timberlake, and Pharrell all feature on this album. It's going to run you $22, so not a bad price. Jack. I think his first album was okay. I'll definitely stream this one though and check it out before I pick it up though. Marcus Mumford's self-titled debut is being released this week. This is the debut studio album from the frontman of Mumford & Sons. It's going to run you $25 online. I'm not a huge Mumford & Sons fan, so I'm not really sure what direction Marcus is going to go with this studio album. So I'll definitely stream that one and check it out. And then the next one, you got Pop Smoke Faith. This is a double LP, is released back in 2021, and it was the second studio album that had been released since his death back in 2020. Features some of the biggest names in rap on this album. There's another Walmart exclusive of this being released also. It's going to run you $30 online. It's the first time it's going to be available on vinyl. Pop Smoke. I've got his first album, so I'll probably pick this one up also. It really is a really good album. It's available on streaming. You can go check it out. Next, you got Working Class Dog, the 40th anniversary live edition from Rick Springfield. But this was recorded back in Rick's house back in April of 2021, and it was to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Working Class Dog. That was his, huge hit from the early 80s. And so this is running $24 online. It's not a bad price. Some of these kind of live in-home albums have been kind of hit or miss for me, but I think that'd be a really good one, though. I think Working Class Dog is the only Rick Springfield album I ever listened to, so I'll definitely check that one out. And then the next one, you got the new album from Robbie Williams. This is 25. At least I hope it's 25. Well, yeah, it should be, because that makes sense, because that's his celebrating Robbie's 25th anniversary of being a solo artist. So that definitely makes sense. This is a double LP. It is Robbie's 13th studio album. I will say Robbie Williams is much bigger in Europe than he is here in the U.S. He's got a lot of great stuff, though. I definitely love a lot of his music over the years. But this is a re-recording, and there's also like orchestrated versions of a lot of songs over Robbie's career. There's one new track on this called Lost. I've had issues with some of these re-recordings that have taken place over the last few years. I will say that Taylor Swift's re-recordings worked out really well, because I think her voice is a little bit more mature than what it was when she originally released those first few albums that she re-recorded. But for some of these musicians, I think their voices have kind of degraded over the years, and then they re-record them, and they're good, but they're not quite the same as those original releases. So I definitely check that out. It's gonna run you $40 online, though, so it's a little bit more of an expensive album, but if you are a big Robbie Williams fan, I think it's like I said, there's a bunch of people that absolutely love Robbie's work. He's a huge artist, one of the biggest artists in Europe over the last 20 years, but he never really kind of caught on in the U.S. and had that same success here. But I'll definitely check that one out at least. I'm a huge fan of the Stray Cats, so I was definitely excited to see Live at the Roxy 1981 being released this week. And this is on gold and black splatter vinyl. I saw a mock-up of this. It looks really sweet. It's going to run you $33 online. It's 10 tracks. It was recorded not too long after the release of their debut album in 1981. So definitely cool. I love the Stray Cats. I love I have some of their live stuff. I know they had a live album that was released as part of Record Store Day. Was it earlier this year, or it might have been last year, that was released? And that was a huge hit for Record Store Day, so that's definitely a cool one. And then the last one on the list, this is the new album from the Mars Volta. This is it's a self-titled release, their 7th studio album, and this is their first album since 2012. It's only $25 online. If you're not all that familiar with the Mars Volta, they're kind of one of those progressive rock bands. They're definitely worth checking out. I'm not a huge fan of them, but they do have some good music. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. Of the 300 plus titles that are coming out this Friday, I talked about 14 of them. So if there's something I didn't talk about, make sure you drop me a comment down below. Let me know what else is coming out, and also let me know what you're interested in picking up, because there's I think there's a lot of really great stuff on the list this week. I'm definitely excited for that Pink Floyd release, that John Coltrane release. CCR, maybe. Aaliyah, maybe. Definitely maybe on a couple other ones too. But, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.